just drink and vibe for like 3 hours. It's nice.
Shit!
It's literally my favorite. Like
He'll be
summer
like,
activity.
"Don't smoke weed."
Yeah, literally. I try not to.
All right. Well, you know what? That brings us now to JJ. JJ, what is your
I feel
number
like
five?
my number 5 should be monkey bars now.
I look forward to monkey bars.
Monkey bars. No, my number 5 is amusement parks / water parks.
Ooh, which one are you looking for in particular?
Schlitterbahn is my happy place.
Schlitterbahn. Weren't we talking about someone dying at Schlitterbahn?
That was
but
at
moments
the
ago?
Kansas City one. All right.
Were you talking about New Braunfels?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to bring up some
Schlitterbahn, New Braunfels.
images.
The hottest, hottest,
Texas.
coolest time in
Ooh,
Texas.
that's
Come play.
so. It's just a basic
Schlitterbahn.
water park.
Yeah, it's just
It's got
a water
slides
park.
and
It's
a
fed by the
lazy river. Oh, that's Natural Springs.
Not that one. That one's like on the other side. So the park, it's kind of like
Park is
Magic
4
Kingdom.
parks, I think, or
yeah,
something.
Uh huh.
where there's one like the main park, like the Magic Kingdom, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And then Epcot's like down the road. There's a tram that takes you, and if you want to get on like the big boy rides, like all that shit,
Uh-huh.
you take the tram and you go to the big boy pool. And yeah, that's the Guadalupe River that feeds into it. It's great. I love that place.
Wow, man. No, that the thing about this place is that like strangely enough, Fresno has a water park, but it's mostly concrete and then just those slides, right? But this actually there's like or we call it a lazy river. It's just an actual river that's running slow. It looks like.
They also have several lazy rivers. Like in the big boy area, that the giant wave pool itself is a cross between a wave pool and a lazy river. Like it circles around the water slides. And they'll just like turn on waves every 15 minutes. They'll be like, "Fuck it, let's drown some kids."
Well, so it's both meant for adults and for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's
like-
actually like a little pirate ship there. That's the kiddie area. While
Okay.
the adults are waiting in line to get on the fucking Master Blaster. That bitch has got like a 2-hour wait.
Wait, holy shit! Let's take a look at some of
I
this
think
right
we're
here.
all too heavy to go on it, except for JJ.
So I finally got on it.
We roll up, they just say no. Not
Get out!
Hey, the wave pool's over there.
All right, so you get
So
First of all,
secret time. I had never gotten on the Master Blaster until like 2 years ago, because the line was always like ridiculous. I'm like, I'm not waiting for that long. This last time I went with a handful of friends, it rained out, so they shut down like all the rides.
That shooting up is the only.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's
it picks you
new.
up. They shut down all the rides for like 15 minutes, and then they were like, "All right, it cleared up," and they opened it back up again. So me and my friend Banjo like hauled ass to the top of the Master Blaster, and I didn't know that you can double up on those.
Right.
So if you're taking a little kid, you have to double up, because if he's like under a certain weight, like nah,
He's just gonna get
he's gonna get
yeeted out.
decapitated.
Oh my god!
So, and also, flip side of that token, if you're too fat, you gotta ride alone. You
Right.
can't take a kid with you.
Right? No, I'm thinking about here, and there's gonna be some of those upward jets that are gonna be like, I can't do
I'm
it.
giving a roast just clock out.
We gonna roll up, and they just gonna be like, nah, chill.
Is there anything else other than the Schlitterbahn?
Well, I don't know if you
The Rattler.
heard about this, but Japan opened the Super Nintendo World.
Oh, I've heard. Actually, let me see if I can find something real quick. Sugoi Mart. What's the name of it? Nintendo World.
Yeah, Super Nintendo World.
My homegirl who lives in Japan, she is the shit. Her name's Angie. Talking social media, but she runs Sugoi Mart's TikTok, which is like a store that they have or whatever. But she did a whole thing about how to spend your day at Super Nintendo World. She went opening weekend, and this shit went like absolutely viral. If you were interested at all, you probably saw this video independently. But no, she shows everything, and it looks like a fucking blast.
Located in Universal Studios Japan here in Osaka. The first thing that you're going to need are these
Pretty
power
funny
up
when she
bands.
texts him after this
They're
and he's
used to
like, "Hey,
interact with all
you
the
didn't
blocks
have
that are
permission
scattered
to
throughout
show
the
my."
park. Coins and you can keep
Oh,
up
Disney
with your
also
stats
has
on
an
the
uphill
app.
water
There's
slide
also
according to
different
Key.
stations where you can scan your band and you
And
can check
who?
your stats
Key?
from there,
Key, yeah.
too. Next, head to Bowser's Castle.
Superior
so you can
one in Florida?
experience Mario Kart in
Shut your
AR.
fucking mouth. We're watching augmented reality
That,
here with
head out to
Mario
the One-Up
Kart.
Factory.
No, but
Load
this
up
shit
on
looks
stickers
amazing.
You can only get
Like,
here.
I
Once
want
you're
all of
dressed up,
this.
Go meet up with your favorite characters. They're
Here's
all
my
over
only
the
issue with
park.
this. Like,
You
as a
can't-
parent, it's like, that's $60. That's $20. That's $30.
No, once you you're talking about the shirts and the merchandise.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
everything they hold up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
even the cute little earrings, I'm like, that's $30.
As the only parent here, he sees things differently.
right. Marcos, you're number 4.
So mine's pretty easy. I am from Texas, as this has been predicated. So here, our favorite hobby to do in the summer is tubing, and that's my number 4.
That's my number 4.
So JJ and Marcus is number 4. Tubin.
Tubing.
All right. So,
Farfik tubing.
so for people who are not familiar with tubin, as I wasn't as a Californian,
You still haven't done it, so that's also on my list of things I'm making you do on my list.
Because the thing is, we don't have water. So other than the ocean, you can't.
You live in the desert. I
You
know.
can't tube the ocean because I know what
It's also
tubing
a
is.
weirdly just Texan thing to do.
Right.
Because it's not as though there's not rivers anywhere
Well,
else.
when you go east of Texas, there's gators, and when you go west of Texas, they don't have water.
right. No, that's a real thing. Explain to the people out there what tubing is.
So what you do is you get to the river, you throw an inner tube in, and then you drink all day.
Yep. And you just ride down the river until the cop tells you to get out.
You just chill.
Right. It is something where
Costs about $15 plus the 6-pack, and you spent the whole day just relaxing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a spa day. Like,
You
really.
can also rent out a tube with a cooler in it if you,
You know,
want to get
if-
fancy.
I'm telling y'all,
There
this
you
is
go.
why it's such an evil year this year. Because if we had weather like this,
where it's
Right?
like coolish
where it's just
and
nice, shit, I'm trying to be on that river all the time. I'm just begging and hoping that June doesn't turn into the death zone for when I get to
I might
this
do it
barge.
Memorial Day weekend. I might. This is a heads up to y'all.
I'm trying to find better footage other than children, but
San Marcos.
imagine this, but with boozahol and maybe not as
Not kids on a
crazy.
camping site.
yeah, not as crazy rapids either. It's even more mellow than that. I'm trying to find some good YouTube
First weekend of
tubing.
June?
But no, and that's the question I had because I never knew. Are you legally allowed to drink on the river?
Yes.
Yes.
You're just not legally allowed to throw your cans in the river.
Well, that's assumed.
No, there's a lot of assholes that don't do it. That do it, actually. But yeah.
We got Marco's take on it. What are you most excited about with tubing? What's your favorite part of tubing? I guess you could say.
Ogling bitches. But
Ogling
No.
lovely ladies.
Ogling. We don't like ogling. I don't think ogling is the
was
right
it the
one.
bitches part that had a problem?
The ogling part.
Hey, everyone can be bitches. I've been.
Respectfully looking at bitches would have been fine.
I'm not switching the camera, JJ. Don't make me do it. there was some very nice
No,
not bitches on the screen right there.
I've just always enjoyed the water. I like. I'm a dude that way more prefers the heat rather than the cold because I just enjoy swimming and playing in water. Like maybe it's because it never rained in fucking Eagle Pass.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just enjoy being in the water. And yeah, if I get to have a beer and just like float around and not give a shit. I mean, lazying about in my apartment is my natural state of being.
Right.
If I can do that over a body of water with a beer,
You're winning.
yeah.
That sounds delightful.
Well,
You guys are selling it more and more by the minute.
I mean, you've been barging, right?
What the hell is barging?
Like you've been on a barge.
What the hell's a
No, he's
barge?
not.
What?
That's what it is.
Oh, I went on a pseudo one with Ray one time.
Yeah,
there
of
was
course.
one. Yeah. Okay, party barge. Okay.
The dude that drives the boat plays like dope music, and then you just
You
slide
just
in.
drink and vibe for like 3 hours. It's
Oh
nice.
shit!
It's
Yeah.
literally my favorite. Like
He'll be
summer
like,
activity.
"Don't smoke weed."
literally. I try not to.
We're over international waters now.
Don't inhale.
Okay, so this is part of your celebration.
It's what I did for Pam's birthday. So yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not part of my birthday. It's just a thing I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing it in June, a month before his birthday. It's the
Shit.
pre-party.
Guys, I gotta get sexy for all of this. That is too short a time. That sounds like a good time. The especially floating on the river, getting drunk,
Because normally what happens on any of these things, right? In order for us to get weather that's similar to this, you have to be on moving water where the cool water's hitting your face. So you're like, it's not like miserable and hot.
Without
the
just
entire
burning,
time.
just
Like, even on the-
there's a lot of overcast too.
And then like there's overcast,
Or I'm sorry, not overcast. Trees like cover.
at least when you're rafting. I mean, not when you're rafting. When you're fucking just floating the river.
Yeah.
Plenty of trees and whatnot. When you're on the barge, you're just chilling. And it's going fast enough to where the wind's cooling you down.
I mean, that better be called El DeBarge. That'd be the greatest name for one of those things.
So
It's
they
just in
all
my
have an
head.
individual name. That might be the only thing that stops it.
I got to find El DeBarge Barge then, okay? That's my goal in life. But until then, I'm kidding, TJ. You're number 3.
I'm actually gonna play off of yours, flip Matsoon 3, just to make the flow of conversation a little easier. My number 3 is actually similar to you, not taco festivals, but like the Austin Street festivals.
I've only been to one
like
on
the Bat
accident.
Festival and shit.
Not
like
just
that?
like
Pecan.
Yeah, Pecan Street.
Pecan Street. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to one by accident, and it was like, oh, cool, neat. Like, I just like, oh, shit. I was
Dude,
like, oh.
I've never
It's like,
been.
why can't I find a parking
We had a
spot?
friend go to one, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm watching Chingo Bling play," and I was like,
Oh, I got into a Twitter argument with Chingo Bling, and I kind of won.
"Are you blocked now?"
No, I wasn't blocked. I just won, and he just accepted defeat. It
Alyssa
kinda
was
nice.
like, Alyssa, who's the other person on our podcast, shared like, I got blocked by Chingo Bling today, and it was like 7 other people were like, I got blocked too.
yeah. Chingo Bling went on the Trump train a little bit and was like, you got to be a free thinker, bro. Think with your mind. It's like,
I
yeah,
mean,
shut the fuck up.
His podcast is now called like Red Tamale Pill or something.
Yeah,
like that.
he jumped the shark and then the shark fucked him. So I don't know. He can do whatever he wants. The point is, this is the Pecan Street Festival. Like I said, they're just artwork and culture and music, foods like carnival foods. I love carnival foods. That's we're gonna do an episode called Guilty Pleasures eventually. That may make the list, carnival foods. But like, what about it? What more did you want out of these things? Like, what in particular, TJ?
I mean, you decided to take this as your topic.
I'm sorry. I like him. I agree
about
with
this
you.
shit
It's
for me.
delightful.
You said you would play off him, and he just took it.
You just took it. No, I'm kidding. Seriously though,
Fucking
it's
Sim Tebow over here.
literally whenever I used to bartend, and even before that, when I worked at Rapolo's, maybe every other weekend, you just see random street festivals happening in Austin. We do over the most random shit, and I remember. Pecan Street Festival is one of the bigger ones, and so they block off the street, do all that kind of stuff. Which blocking off just because they block off the street in 6th Street doesn't mean you're special. It's normal.
It's every Friday night.
It's every Friday, right?
Right.
But with Pecan Street Festival, it's just so lively. You get to see some shops you'll never see before. I actually have the dude who does my pendants on my necklaces, and he actually 3 of my chains are from him. I met him at Pecan Street Festival, and now expectation is that anytime I go, I get to see him. And it used to be because Pecan Street Festival happens twice a year, and so it used to be a bi-yearly thing for me. I was super excited to go last year, but right before that happened, it was COVID hit, and so once that gets back again, it makes the city feel a lot more lively. I can live my life without South by. That one can stay gone. But
I like free stuff.
it's not
You
that
get less free stuff every year as South by.
it's not that I don't like South by.
Hold on, are you sitting on the stolen Playboy pillow right now from South by?
From 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was because my other pulls weren't as lucrative. But
No, I mean my whole thing is it's not that I hate South by, it's just that I hate the traffic South by brings.
Yeah.
It shuts down the city for way too long, and then music festival, I feel like I may or may not get stabbed.
Bro,
So
here's what's really funny is I looked up this festival just to talk about it. Sam is already interested in it.
which one is it?
The Pecan Street Festival. You're already interested.
I need something to do. I need to leave
It's
this
not
house.
happening till the 18th, and you're already like, bro, I'm on that.
of next month.
No, September 18th, bro.
I don't know, man. I like it. I want to go. I need something to do. I need to get out of this house, which is why I agree with you, TJ. It was why I took over because festivals
I'm
are
joking.
delightful.
no, it's reinvigorating, and even then, like even branching out far from that, just kind of playing off of yours too. I mean, San Antonio is just they are unapologetically Hispanic when they get crazy. So I love going down there for anything, especially really if you have not seen San Antonio for New Year's, they do that city pretty awesome.
I
This
haven't.
year we'll be doing that.
With that, I'm about it.
I'll
And
buckle
we're
down.
back. Welcome back from the advertisements. Thanks for sticking around for that. You got that discount code there. Twitch listeners. So be sure to use that, and you can get that 10% off of that Mex merch. I said 20%. It was really 10%, but it's still a good discount. Also,
Scam.
I'm sorry, false advertising. They watch the ads for no reason. But also, it's right about that time to remind you guys that if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, you can listen to this on Spotify, you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, anywhere where podcasts are, Stitcher, we're there. So be sure to follow us there. If you haven't been able to catch the live shows, we record these 2 days before you're listening to this, at least a day before you're listening to this on the audio. What's up?
No, I was going to say pass it.
Pass it.
Pass it to me.
Pass it to you.
Yeah.
TJ.
Perfect. Also, check us out on TikTok and YouTube. We have an archive channel where you can catch our long versions of these streams, but we're not going to advertise that one because we want to make sure that you check out our shorter versions because we know you're busy people. And if you're already on here on this Twitch, then, hey, why not get the highlights too?
Exactly.
Back to
That
you.
was so sexy.
I know. Wasn't it? I'm working really hard on these videos. People are like, Sammy, you haven't posted in a while. It's because depression, but we're back, baby. And I actually, a lot of credit to that gentleman over there on the other side, Marcos Lira, for taking over the helm while I was gone. So everyone's like, oh, I love TJ. I love Tommy. Sammy, you're so cool. But you know what? You guys need to learn about Marcos. You need to learn about JJ. They're much better than both Tommy and TJ, quite frankly. So
At least Tom.
Why did you?
I forgot to think of me.
But no,
quite
they're
frankly.
awesome. And usually they are, or at least up until this year, they're more consistent than I am. So hopefully you got to learn them.
Well, TJ, I'm glad I could motivate you to be more consistent. Ever since I took over, you're someone I could count on to be here every show.
Yeah, you let me down constantly.
Marco just tells me, hey, the show will be done at a certain time, and I'm like, okay.
And JJ comes when he wants. We don't deny him.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were doing a show today. I was just here.
Just at the house, playing my systems, eating my foods, wiping his feet, all that stuff on my couch. But anyway, now is the time for number 2. And number 2 is not a festival, but it's very similar in the sense that it's always a festival. It's always a party at this place. It's always magic, full of food and drink and pleasurable times and just the most beautiful microcosm of the world in the United States, in my honest opinion. My number 2 is a return to New Orleans. I want to go to New Orleans so bad, baby. It's such a grimy place in some places. It's such a beautiful place in other. But the point is, Corona took it from me in every equal manner. I haven't been able to eat the street food or the crawfish or the beignets or the po' boys or the gumbos or the etouffees. I haven't been able to have any of that sweet, sweet, delicious nectar in my soul. I haven't had the music. I haven't had the women. Fuck it, the women. The women there are beautiful. It's a fun time. The trumpets, the bands, the celebration of life that happens in that town, that city, all over the place, man. I am not the type of person. It's Darla. My friend Darla there. She made it. No. I'm not the type of person to fall in love with cities. I'm not that person. I don't go and I fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with the city. I'm not that guy. But I stepped into here looking at the Spanish street names with the French cuisine or French Creole cuisine. We got all sorts of obviously black folk in there. You got white folk in there. You got all sorts of other type of folk in there. And it is just a microcosm of what the world can be if the world was a celebration. And I just love the vibe of that place. I just love the music of that place, the artwork, the way the buildings are built. It's unlike any other place I've ever been to. And I do need to travel the world a little bit more, but sometimes you just have to run it back to the places that you're familiar with and that you know. And I've been there twice, and I've had an absolute blast both times. I want to go back and get that food, man.
I am. You know me. I've said this before. New Orleans is literally one of my top 3 favorite places I've been to, including international places that I've traveled to. I love it. There's no place like it in terms of its culture that it exudes, the people, the amount of drinking you'll do. My boss actually just went there for the first time a couple weeks ago, and he was like, we absolutely adored it. And they kind of like. And they've slowly been letting up the limits. I think you can drink till 1 now. Before it was 12.
But New Orleans got hit the hardest. They had a COVID. And they didn't cancel Mardi Gras in 2020.
Of course,
so they had a super spreader event. So they're very super cautious now.
Right, and so I kind of want to go back, and you guys know the Simpsons thing where they go through all the foods in New Orleans, and then Babish, Binging with Babish, went and did that as well on his channel, and so I want to just go and recreate it myself and just go for it. All these places.
Lamb tagine, grilled lamb sausage.
know about this episode, I'll be real.
Po' boy, duck po'
Right there.
boy, chicken
that
sausage
one.
po' boy, pecan catfish,
Like, I can just-
redfish, seafood.
All of it. I just want to do it. I just want to go. And I'm a picky eater, but I'm tired of cooking for myself. I want to go someplace where they've mastered it. All the food. Just food. They've mastered food. If you want good food, just go to New Orleans. You'll find it, man.
And this is like a universal question. I'm just trying to. Can big people be picky eaters? Because I can't even call myself a picky eater.
TJ, it's a skill that you learn. It's just about loving yourself.
This bro is a picky eater. He hates lime.
Wait.
No, I don't hate lime. I put lime in my beers. I don't like lime on my seafood.
Oh, okay.
I don't like citrus on my seafood.
On your
and then-
tacos or in your margaritas.
on my tacos, on my margaritas, margaritas lime. I don't like margaritas generally, but that's not gonna make me fat. This is gonna make me fat, and I
No,
like
I'm
all
just
this.
talking about that you not liking lime for the most part. You can defend it once in a while. Is a
Sign-
indicator that you are picky.
No, I mean, this is once again reminder that all of us are big dudes here. So I was like,
Right.
I'm like, I can't count myself as picky if like picky people are usually skinny. So I'm like, hey, like I'm not picky. I'll eat whatever.
Oh
But
no!
I don't like. raw
Oh no! The
tomatoes.
things I like are just very, very high in calories.
I have a friend that's a chef, and he said that I can't trust a skinny chef, but he is a picky eater because he knows what good food tastes like.
That's fair.
right. And,
Still can't trust a skinny chef.
and I don't know what good food tastes like. I just don't like mushrooms. It's fine. It's okay that I don't like mushrooms. Leave me alone, out there, mushroom lovers, you weirdos.
If you ever throw limes on mushrooms, Sam's gonna run the other way.
No, that is a rule of thumb. That is a rule of thumb.
That was one of the dishes at Super Nintendo World. I'm sorry.
My number 2. I want some cracklins and some po' boys and some etouffee and some crawfish. I miss crawfish, even though it's crawfish season. It's few and far in between with COVID as it is.
Let me just throw one
Sidebar
quick,
for that.
advertisement.
Caveat? Oh, advertisement.
So JJ was actually there with me. One of the best things that I can highly recommend is that, so when you go to New Orleans, you're not going to be able to Google it because they don't have technology. So there's a lot of things that are traditional that you do in New Orleans. We
Right.
went for the spookies.
Right.
We didn't go for the food. I went.
Right, yeah. It's haunted. I don't know if you knew that, but that place is fucking haunted.
Well, you guys went to like the Museum of Death and all that
No,
stuff?
not even that.
Uh-huh.
We went on a ghost tour led by a witch.
Yeah.
And when you Google ghost tours, you end up in a ghost tour that's like 50 people and one tour guide yelling at you.
Right.
We went on a ghost tour with one witch. It's 5 of us to this one witch, and she's like, "Yeah, I saw a ghost there. I did a seance there, and at the end of it, you do a spell." And I was like, "This is, you can't get more. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything past this is like I won."
Have you been cursed, Marcos?
No, it
Are
was a
you
blessing.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it
was
was, a
about to say,
blessing.
are you
It was
guys
a protection spell.
okay? If you
So
were, if
I
you-
can't die in New Orleans. I'm pretty much immortal there.
I'm about that life. But now you'd be like a voodoo monster man,
Yeah, I'll be like, evil ghost of alcohol poisoning leave my system.
right?
That
Exercise.
that
for
was the
me.
most hungover I've ever been in my entire life. To be honest,
Well,
that was
it didn't shut down. We were drinking at 3 a.m, and it's like,
Bro, because they're like, okay, old school New Orleans is literally just like, all right, keep going.
No, bourbon don't shut down.
They don't
No.
no, and I
your
had absinthe, and that's a different level of drunk.
Your perception of time when you hit New Orleans is so different. Like
I don't know if JJ wants to talk about this on air, and so I'm just gonna say his absence experience might top the ghost experience because I wasn't there.
He was seeing visions. But no, my number 1 though, and this is the reason why I got so fucking mad, because my number 1 post-COVID event is